Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee again with Net 125. Today I'm going to be going over Packet Tracer 12.9.1, which is implement a subnetted IPv6 addressing scheme. Alright, so I've got up my Packet Tracer desktop. Looks like we got 4 LANs, each with a switch in our PC, and then 1 WAN connection. Notice our network address right here. Alright, is IPv6. With the /64. Alright, look at our addressing table. We're going to need to be filling in these addresses right here. We already have our link local addresses. Okay, so network administrators must know how to implement IPv6 in their networks. You've been asked to set up a network for use by the sales staff or a customer demonstration. The network will use a series of consecutive IPv6 subnets for 4 LANs. Your job is to assign the subnets to the LANs and configure the routers and PCs with IPv6 addressing. Make certain to configure all the necessary components for IPv6 routing on the routers. Alright, so determine IPv6 subnets and addressing scheme. You've been given the IPv6 subnet right there. Alright, with the /64 as a starting subnet. You will need 4 more subnets for each network that is required. Increment the subnet addresses consecutively by 1 to arrive at the 4 required subnets. Complete this table below. Alright, so what they're wanting is, and I'm going to call these quartets. Alright, so each of these sections, alright, 4 digits, but they're hexadecimal. They're all quartets. Alright, so I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it. Alright, so what it wants to do, it wants us to go up by 1. Alright, 9. Notice it's a prefix of 64, so 16, 32, 48, 64. So the 4th quartet is changing for the subnet addresses. Alright, actually I'll just paste these down here. Alright, so C8, C9, can't do C10, so we start with A, because we're going hexadecimal, B, and then C. So that would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, and if you're in my class, highlight those, make them red. Alright, those look good. Alright. Alright, so configure IPv6 addressing on routers and PCs. Complete the addressing table above to use as a guide for configuring devices. Assign the first IP address to the subnet in the subnet to the router LAN interfaces. Okay. So probably the easiest way to do it is just copy that. And router 1 gigabit 00 is on top. Gigabit 00 is already filled in. Alright, gigabit 01 is going to be that one, but it's going to be the first. Let me look at it. It should be the first address. Assign the first IP address in the subnet to the router LAN interfaces. Okay, so that's right. Alright. Notice the first 3 quartets are the same, just that last digit on the 4th quartet. Alright, R2 gigabit 00 is right there. Just want to make sure I get this right. Let's see. What did I do here? Oh, so I'm going to have to skip that one. That one there should be right. Yeah. Alright, make that a 1. And colon. Alright, gigabit 00, 1. Alright, and gigabit 01 is here. Alright, make that first address also. Okay. Now, alright, we did the first address. Assign the link local addresses as designated in the addressing table. Those are already set up, so that's not an issue. Alright, for the connection between routers, assign the first address in the subnet to R1. So that'll be a serial 000 on R1. Alright, so copy that one. Should be CC. Okay, and R1's serial 000 should get. So that's our default, not our default gateway. That's that interface right there. Alright, and then I can copy this one. And notice it's not a \30. There's a whole bunch of usable addresses. But to keep it straight, we're going to do number 2 there. Alright, let's see. Assign the second address in the subnet to R2. Did that. R2. Okay. Yep. That looks good. Set all 4 hosts to automatically configure with IPv6 addressing. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is actually configure all these. I'm just going to all these PCs and turn on the auto config. Actually, you know what? It's not even gonna work until I'll just wait. Let me do R1 config T. Alright, so let's get here. Interface gigabit 0. Actually, you know what I'll do first? I'll do a do show run. See what's already configured. Looks like nothing. There is a root in there. ACAD 0 or ACAD CA. ACAD DB8 ACAD CA. Alright, so let's do interface gigabit 0. Whoops. Your 0 IPv6 address is, and I'm just going to copy these. Right. P6 address FE80::1 link local. Alright, that's cool. Interface gigabit 0.1 IPv6 address. Once you kind of figure out these IPv6 addresses, they're a lot harder to type in, but they're a lot easier because there's so many usable addresses that it's almost like you'll never run out of them. Alright, so that's going to be FE80 link local. Interface serial 000 IP address. And really I could just change the, actually I don't want to do that. I'll type it in wrong. Copy. It's too easy to make a mistake. Alright. IPv6. IPv6. See, and we're making mistakes. 6 address. Yes. IPv6 address. And paste that. Alright, that's for the serial. Okay, that's fine. And it's FE8001 local. Alright, that looks good. That's R1s. R2. Just see what's configured already. So nothing looks like IP version 6 is running, but that's it. Alright, enable config terminal, interface, gigabit 00, IPv6 address. Whoops. Alright, I'm going to copy this one. Alright, IPv6. Where's that? FE80:2. Link local. Alright, interface bit 01. V6 address. Okay. This one right here. Paste. IPv6. FE80:2. Link local. FE80:2. Local. Alright. And then we need to do interface 0000 IPv6 address. Paste. Alright. IPv6 address. Alright, FE80:2 like local. Alright, so that should be good for the routers. Now what I can do though, exit, I can do show IPv6 interface. Is it interface? Alright, so gigabit 00 is that. CA ACAD. See how it took off the zero? All the zeros are off. CA 8. Strange. Alright, then I'm going to go back to router 1, do show IPv6 interface. Alright, C8:1, C9:1. Let's see, those all look good. Alright, router 2, CA1, CB1, CC2. Look at router 1, CC1. Alright, so all those look good. FE82, these are all FE80:2s. Alright, so all those look good. Now what I'm going to do though, I got to go back and now that I've done that, I'm going to do interface gigabit 0. Matter of fact, I can do gigabit 0 through 1. keep it 0, 0 through 1, no shut. All right, that turned on two interfaces. Interface 0, 0, 0, 0, no shut. All right, those are all turned on. And I do need to do exit. Alright, so I need to do IPv6 unicast routing. Make sure that's on. Alright, then go to router 2. Now I've checked made sure all my addressing's right. I want to do, I can do IPv6 unicast routing. Alright, then I need to make sure all my interfaces are turned on. So interface range was gigabit 0, 0 through 1, no shut. Then I can do interface 0, 0, 0, 0, no shut. Alright, so that's everything's turned on now. I did do unicast routing. Alright, now I need to go through here and actually, let me see what else it says. Assign the second address to subnet. Set all 4 hosts automatically to configure IPv6 addressing. I didn't do that yet. Alright, notice how it does now that I've turned on IP unicast routing. Alright, so that's good. That's good. This one. And that looks good. Right? PCs should be able to ping each other if addressing has been configured properly. I would say you guys can go ahead and do that on your own. Now, one thing I like to check, which is just interesting, is to see what the link, what IP address it gave out. Notice right there. All right, 16CB, that's related to the MAC address. Config all. All right, 16CB, so that's related to the MAC address. So A312, A312. All right, A312, 16CB. And if I looked at another PC, let's see, AC3A, all right, F2BA 2C3A, F2BA 2C3A. All right, so it's kind of cool how it does that. All right, but anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching.